So today's class is Computer Organization Module 2, Lecture 2. Last day we learned about the how to add two binary numbers using ripple carry adder and using carry look ahead adder. Okay, so addition is one type of arithmetical operation. Another type of arithmetical operation is the multiplication. So in computer organization, multiplication is another operation, another important operation which we have to learn. Clear? Now, before going to the multiplication operation, we want to tell that today we will learn about the Booth algorithm. Booth algorithm was actually proposed by Andrew Donald Booth. He was actually the computer scientist, and he first proposed how to multiply two sign bit numbers. Sign bit numbers means the numbers which has some sign. That means either it is positive number and negative number. Unsigned number means all number are positive, there is no negative number. Signed number is there is both the positive number and the negative number. Now from the digital or from the computer organization, you know that any negative number can be represented by 2's complement. Okay, now first I will tell what is 2's complement, and after that we'll go for the Booth algorithm. Now for the 2's complement, first suppose one number is given. First step is you have to complement the binary number. Clear? First you have to complement the binary number, then you have to add 1 with that number, then you will get the 2's complement of a number. Suppose here the example is given minus 22. Okay, plus 22 you know how to represent it. Now we will learn how to represent minus 22 using 2's complement. So see here, this is 22, this is in the decimal, and this is the corresponding binary number of the 22. We have to represent this number as a minus 22. So we have to make the 2's complement of the number. So suppose this is the binary number of the 22. First I make the 1's complement, just like for the step 1. So 1's complement, then we have to add 1. So this is the 1's complement of this number. 0 in place of the 0, it will be 1. In place of the 0, it will be 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, and in place of 0, this will be 1. So after that, we have to add 1. If I add 1 with this number, it will be 1, 1, 0, 1 will be carry plus 0, it will be 1, and all the numbers 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. So this number actually represents minus 22 in 2's complement form. So why we are learning 2's complement? Because in Booth's algorithm, Booth's multiplication algorithm, 2 sign bit number can be multiplied. Here the sign bit should be in the 2's complement, not into the sign bit where one bit is 0 or 1, or by the 1's complement, it should be 2's complement. Clear? That means if you want to multiply one positive number and another negative number, that negative number you have to represent in 2's complement for Booth's multiplication. Clear? Now see what is how to implement the Booth's multiplication. This is very important. So Booth's algorithm for multiplication. Now see the left hand side, I have written the algorithm. The algorithm you can find from the book of the corporate organization book by Scaling. Okay, now see in the left hand side I have written the algorithm, and the right hand side the each step. Clear? Now first I will tell about the algorithm, then I will go for the example. First at the algorithm, you know that algorithm starts here, then here see here it is written a q minus 1, where a is a register called the accumulator. I have already told what is accumulator based machine. So this is the accumulator, special type of register. Q minus 1, this is also 1 bit register. M is another register which stores the multiplicand. Q is the another register which stores the multiplier, and n is the number of the times we have to rotate the loop. Clear? Now see here, what should be the number of the n I will discuss after some time. Now after this is called the initialization. After initialization, we have to check the value q0 and q minus 1. Q0 means the value at the q0 position and the value at the q minus 1 position. If both 1 and 0, that means q0 is 1 and q minus 1 is 0, then we will do this operation, a is equal to a minus n, and then we will do the arithmetic right shift. What is arithmetic right shift? I will tell in the example. Then we have to minimize the count. If count is not 0, we'll again go here. Now here, if these two values, q0 is 0 and q minus 1 is 1, then you have to do a is equal to a plus m. That means the value of the accumulator will be the accumulator plus multiplicand, because m stores the multiplicand. And then again, we have to do the arithmetic shift operation, same as this. And then we have to go in this way until the loop completes. So this is the basic algorithm. Though from the basic algorithm, it is difficult to understand what is happening. So we'll go for one example, it will be clear. Clear? Now, see here. We want to multiply two numbers, 7 into 3, using the Booth multiplication. Clear? So 7 into 3, we have to obviously make it into the binary. Here there is no negative number, so there is no 2's complement representation. If it is minus 7 into 3, we have to represent 7 in the 2's complement form. If it is minus 3, then we have to again represent 3 into 2's complement form. But here both are positive numbers, so we will simply make the binary of these two numbers and multiply. Now see here, this is the initial values. First, A register 4 bits. Why 4 bits? Because you find out what is the maximum value of the multiplicand or multiplier. Here the maximum value is 3. So 1 bit should be required for the sign bit, because Booth multiplication is the sign bit multiplication. So as there are 3 bits number, why? Because multiplicand here is 7. 7 is 0, 1, 1. So this is a 3-bit number. So you add 1 bit. So total number will be 4 bits. So here the n will be 4. Again, I am telling that here the multiplicand is the highest number, 7. So 1 bit, that means that is 111, binary representation of 7. And 1 bit is required for the sign bit. So 1 bit is sign bit. So total number of bits is 4. So here we have to take the n is equal to 4. For this reason, see here, initially we store into the A 4 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4. Q, what is Q? Q is the multiplier. What is the multiplier here? See here, 7 into 3. So 3 is the multiplier. Binary of the 3 is 0, 0, 1, 1. So 0, 0, 1, 1 stored here. Then Q minus 1, I have already told this is 1 bit register. So this is 0 here. Initially this is 0. For this is 0 here. Then comes the M. M stores the multiplicand. Multiplicand is here 7. As in the binary 1, 1, 1. In the sign bit representation, it should be 0, 1, 1, 1. Why 0? Because this is a positive number. So this is the initialization of the algorithm. This point. Okay. After that, we'll go here and check the value of Q0 and Q minus 1. What is Q0 value here? This is the Q0 value. This is 1, the last value. Okay, Q0 means the last value, rightmost bit. So rightmost bit is 1, and Q0, that is Q minus 1 is 0. So value is 1, 0. So 1, 0. Clear? So it will, what will happen? A is equal to A minus M. So A is equal to A minus M. Clear? So what is the value of A? 0, 0, 0, 0. This is the value of A. What is the value of M? 0, 1, 1, 1. This is the value of M. So here I have done the subtraction 0, 0, 0, 0 minus 0, 1, 1, 1. Okay, A minus M. So it should be A minus M, it should be A plus M bar plus 1, because this is 2's complement. So 0, 0, 0, 0. And we have to make this bar of 0, 1, 1, 1, because plus 1. So it will be 2's complement. So we have to add this 2 complement with this number. That means with this minus this, we are doing this. Okay. So this plus this plus this. So This is the complement plus 1. Ultimately, we get 1, 0, 0, 1. So if I do this operation, a is equal to a minus 1, the final value of the a will be 1, 0, 0, 1. So here 1, 0, 0, 1. Clear? Next step. What is the next step? Arithmetic shift. See, what is the arithmetic shift here? Arithmetic shift means we have to shift arithmetic shift right. That means we have to shift right the values which is stored into the a, q and q minus 1. A, q and q minus 1. Okay, arithmetic right shift means it will return the sign value of a. See the example. Suppose this is the value a, q, q minus 1. A, q, q minus 1. So if I do one bit arithmetic right shift, what will happen? This one will come here. This one will come here. This 0 will come here. This 0 will come here. This one will come here. This 0 will come here. This 0 will come here. This one will come here. And this is arithmetic right shift. What are the sign bit of a? Sign bit of a is 1. So this one will be copied here. Clear? That means arithmetic right shift means we have to right shift the whole value and we have to check what is the extreme left value. If the value is 0, we have to put the 0. If it is 1, we have to put the 1. Okay. So if it is 1, as it is 1 here, we are putting 1 in this position. So this is complete. That means first cycle is complete. That means n is equal to 4. That is complete. Okay. N is equal to 3. So we have to, what is the total number of cycle? We require 4 cycle because n is equal to 4 due to this number of digits. So first cycle completes. Then we go here. Now again we check q, q minus 1. So q, q minus 1. That is 1, 1. Okay. So 1, 1 means, see here q0, q minus 1, 1, 1. So we directly go to the arithmetic shift right. So if this is the value a, q, q minus 1, we arithmetic right shift. That means this one will come here. This 0 will come here. This 0 will come here. This one will come here. This 0 will come here. This 0 will come here. This one will come here. And what is the left? 1 is already there. It has to return the sign bit, arithmetic left shift, right shift. So 1, you put 1 here. So second cycle is complete. Clear? One cycle and second cycle. Then again we have to check q0 and q minus 1 here. q0 and q minus 1. Clear? So that is 0, 1. So which condition satisfied? 0, 1. That means a is equal to a plus n. So what is the a now? This is a 1, 1, 1, 0. I have written here 1, 1, 1, 0. Okay. Then m is 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. So if I sum it, we'll get 0, 1, 0, 1. So now the value of a is 0, 1, 0, 1. So I put here 0, 1, 0, 1. Clear? A is equal to a plus n. This is complete. Now after the completion of this, again we have to go there, and this is arithmetic right shift. So here again we are doing the arithmetic right shift. This 0 will come here. This 0 will come here. This 1 will come here. This 0 will come here. This 1 here. This 0 here. This 1 here. This 0 here. Now what will be this value? As it is 0, we have to copy the 0 here. So this is 0. If it is 1, we have to copy the 1. As it is 0, we have to copy the 0 here. So arithmetic right shift complete. So third cycle is complete. What is the remaining cycle? One cycle remaining, because number of the bits, again I am telling 4, we have to go for the fourth cycle. Clear? So now the last cycle. Again we are checking q, q minus 1. What is the q, q minus 1 in this cycle? 0, 0. See here 0, 0. So if it's 0, 0, see here in the algorithm, this is 0, this is 0. So if both type 0, what operation we have to do? We have to do the arithmetic right shift again. A, q, q minus 1. So we are doing the arithmetic right shift. So this 0 will come here. This 1 will come here. This 0 come here. 1 comes here. This 0 comes here. this 1 comes here, this 0 comes here, this 0 comes here, and what is left? The last 0, because we have all shifted all the numbers in the right hand side. So one bit is left. Arithmetic right shift, I have already told, it has to retain the sign bit. That means the leftmost bit is 0, so we put 0 here. So our fourth cycle is complete. Now we have to find whether we got the result or not. See here. Here result will be obtained in the register A and Q. Register A and Q. Clear? So if I combine these two, answer is AQ. What is the value in the AQ? 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. If you make the decimal of this number, you will get 21. So 7 into 3, the answer is 21 using the Booth multiplication. Okay. Again, I am repeating the same example. See here. Those who cannot understand, I am repeating for them. See here. Here A, Q, Q minus 1, M, all are the register. A is an accumulator. Q is a register. Q minus 1 is a 1-bit register. M is the multiplicand. Q is the multiplier. You have to make the binary of both the multiplicand and multiplier. If any one of them between the multiplicand and multiplier or both of them are negative number, you have to represent the number in the 2's complement form. Then you put the numbers in the register Q and QM. Okay, this is the initial value. Then all the values will be 0. And number of the bits, you find out what is the maximum value taken by multiplier or multiplicand. If the maximum value is 2, you take 3 bits, n is equal to 3. If it is 5, you take 6 because 1 bit is for the signed bit. Again, I am telling Booth algorithm is the signed number multiplication. So after initial value, you check the values of last bit of the rightmost bit of the Q and Q minus 1. So 1, 0. So you see here, this is 1, 0. And in the 1, 0, what operation you have to do? A is equal to A minus 1. Remember, A minus 1 means you have to make it 2 complement. Here I have written here A minus M is equivalent to A plus M complement of M plus 1, because complement of M plus 1 is the 2's complement. So A is equal to A minus 1. So A is equal to A minus M. You put the values of A here. Then this is 1001. See 1001 A minus M. So I have put the value here. Then you have to do the arithmetic right shift. Arithmetic right shift means you right shift the number A, Q and Q minus 1. That means here 1001, 0011 and 0. And the leftmost bit, which should be, you should copy from A. See here, again I am showing the example. This 1 will be copied here. This 1 will go here. This 0 comes here. This 0 comes here. This 1 comes here. This 0 comes here. This 0 comes here. This 1 comes here. And as the leftmost bit of A is 1, you just copy the 1 here. That means here we put 1 here. So this is the first cycle. Second cycle, again you check. This is 1, 1, Q and Q minus 1. 1, 1 means only arithmetic shift right. There is no operation plus or minus. So you only make the arithmetic right shift. So this 1 comes here. This 0 comes here. This 0 comes here. This 1 comes here. This 1 comes here. This 0 comes here. This 1 here. This 1 here. And this is left vacant. We have to copy the value because 1 sign bit is 1. We have to copy the sign bit is 1 here because arithmetic right shift. So second cycle complete. Again, we have to check Q minus 1. That is 0, 1. 0, 1 means A is equal to A plus M. So here A, what is the value of A here? 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0 and 0, 1, 0, 0. Sorry, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0 and 0, 1, 1, 1. This is the value of M plus this. So you'll get 0, 1, 0, 1. So 0, 1, 0, 1. I put here. Then again, arithmetic right shift. So this comes here. This 0 comes here. This 1 comes here. This 0 comes here. This 1 comes here. This 0 comes here. this one comes here, this 0 comes here, and this 0, this is the sign bit is 0, we copy the 0 here. So third cycle is complete. Then again we have to check these two values, q, rightmost bit of the q, that means 0 here, and q minus 1, that means also 0, so 0, 0. So if I go to the algorithm, this is 0, 0, and if I go to the 0, 0 algorithm means only we have to do the arithmetic right shift. So here, this value, we have to do the arithmetic right shift. So 0 comes here, 1 comes here, this 0 comes here, this 1 comes here, this 0 again comes here, this 1 comes here, this 0 comes here, this 0 comes here, and the leftmost bit, we have to copy the sign bit. So 0 is here, so we put the 0 here. So fourth cycle, number of the bit n is equal to 4, the algorithm completes. Now we have to find out the value. Find out the value will be generated from the register A and Q. We cascade the register A and Q, that means A, Q. What is the value of A? 0, 0, 0, 1. And what is the value of Q? 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. So if you make the decimal of this number, you will find that is 21. So 7 into 3, the result by the Boost algorithm is 21. Clear? So here the multiplication using the Boost algorithm. Now here another example. Here we have multiplied the number m is equal to 7 and q is equal to -3. That means that is the sign bit number. So what is the 3's complement? 3's complement, 3's, that means we have to make the 2's complement of this number. If I make 2's complement of this number, we will get the value of q as this. So we put the values of q as this value. Clear? M, we know that is 7. This value a is initially 0 and q minus 1 is 0. Now we will repeat the same algorithm. We don't have to discuss it again. The same algorithm, and ultimately we have to find the result which is stored into the, here also it will go for the 4 loops, because the n is equal to 4 here, and the ultimate result is in the register A and Q. So what is the ultimate result? Ultimate result is 1 1 1 0 1 0 1 1 1 1 1 0 1 0 1 1. This number, this is -28. This is the 2's complement form of 21. That means if I make complement of this number and add 1 with this number, we will get the 21. So this is the 2's complement representation of 21, that means the -21. So 7 into 3, the result is -21. Clear? So this is again another example of Boost sign bit multiplication. Now see here, this is something different thing, that is the underflow and overflow of a number. Now remember, when we are doing any arithmetical operation, suppose we are doing the summation or subtraction, there is a problem that there is a chance of underflow or overflow of a number. Now the question is, what is underflow of a number and what is overflow of a number? Now suppose you have designed one processor where the maximum value it can take -10, maximum value it can take 10, and minimum value it can take -10. Clear? So if you want to add two numbers, suppose 6 plus 5, so it will be 11, but your processor can represent the maximum number 10. So if this summation of these two numbers 6 plus 5 generate 11, but your processor can only represent maximum 10, there will be overflow. That means if the processor generates more number by some operation which is more than the capacity of its representing any number, that is called the overflow. Clear? That means if the number is 11, that will be an overflow number, or 13, or that means more than 10, it will be overflow. If you generate more than 10 numbers, suppose you multiply 7 plus 5, your system can represent 7 and 5. So multiply 7 into 5. So it will be a overflow. Okay. But similarly, minimum number your system can represent minus 10. Suppose you multiply two number minus 7 into 3. What is the number it's generating? Minus 21. But minimum number it can represent minus 10. But you are generating, your multiplication is generating minus 21. In this case, there is also a problem that is called the underflow. That means the number is minimum of the number that your machine can represent. So this is the two problem in a computer organization system. When people want to design the system, they have to remember that this overflow and underflow problem they have to handle very efficiently. Otherwise, there may be some major or critical fault in the system. Clear? Now we have already learned the IEEE 754 number. Now in that representation, I have already told you there are some special numbers. Using that special numbers, we can represent infinity, 0, positive infinity, negative infinity, etc. Now, if I represent the number, what is the capacity of the computer? That means what is the maximum number it can represent and what is the minimum number it can represent? If I use IEEE 754 single precision number that I have shown here. Okay. Now try to understand it. We know that IEEE 754 number is 32 bits number. Why 32 bits? 1 bit is the sign bit, 8 bit is the exponent, and mantissa is 23 bits. The number you know should be represented in the normal form to convert it into the IEEE 754. Now the question is, what is the maximum number it can be represented by this system? Clear? So here, see here, exponent, I have already told 8 bits. So what is the minimum number it can represent? 2 to the power 0, you know, and maximum number 8 bit is 2 to the power 2555. Because exponent is 2 to the power exponent. Exponent is 0. That means 2 to the power 0 to 2 to the power 8 means 2 to the power 255. This is the maximum exponent number it can generated. You know that IEEE 75 number, one bias is used. That bias is 127. So as we are using 127, we have to minus it 127. So 0 minus 127. So 2 to the power minus 127 minimum number, and 255 minus 127. So 2 to the power 128. This is the maximum exponent number. Okay. So this comes the exponent. Now there is another part, that is the mantissa part. Clear? See here. Here mantissa, we know that suppose mantissa is 1 1. So what is the number? As it is a normalized form, we have to represent it. The number is actually 1.11. Clear? That means the number will be maximum when all the bits will be 1. In binary, you know the maximum number represent is 1. Suppose 1 bit number maximum is 1. 3 bit number maximum is 1117. 4 bit number maximum is 111115. So that means if I give all the bits 1, it will be maximum. So here m is equal to 1 1. Suppose it is a 2 bit mantissa. Suppose it is a 2 bit mantissa, so it will be 1 1. Clear? Now, so actual mantissa will be 1.11. Now see here, 1.11 we can represent it as 2 minus 2 to the power minus 2. You calculate, you will get 1.75. So 1.11 you can represent it as 2 minus 2 to the power minus 2, 1.75. Similarly, if mantissa is 111, actual mantissa will be 1.111. That means 1.875. This is the binary number. See, this is this is the decimal. This is the binary number. So this number should be equal to 2 into 2 to the power minus 3. See here, if the number of the bits is 2 here, maximum number we can represent it 2 minus 2 to the power minus 2. If the number of bits is 3, 1, 2, 3, maximum number we can represent it, maximum mantissa is 2 minus 2 to the power minus 3. So for 23 bits mantissa, what should be the maximum value? Maximum value should be 2 minus 2 to the power minus 23. This is the maximum value. So we compute the maximum value of mantissa and maximum value. So maximum value of mantissa is obviously this, and minimum value you know that is the 1. Clear? 0. That means 0 0. That means 1.00. That means 1. Clear? So that is the maximum value of mantissa is this. Minimum value of mantissa is 1. Maximum value of exponent is this. Minimum value of the exponent is this, 2 to the power minus 127. Now we have to find out what is the maximum number we can represent. So here, this number system, this is the maximum value of mantissa. I have already told you. If I multiply it with the maximum value of exponent 2 to the power 128, we will get the maximum value. Clear? Similarly, minimum value is 2 to the power minus 127, and minimum value of mantissa is 1. So 1 into 2 to the power minus 127. So this is the minimum positive value we can represent, because we have not given the sign here. Both this sign bit is 0. This is 0. So this is positive, and here this is 0. This is positive. So positive number we can represent it from this region, only for this region. If you generate by your program the number more than that, it will be a positive overflow. Clear? And if your system generates less than this number, from this to this, in this region, it will be underflow, but positive underflow. Clear? Now again, the negative number. The maximum negative number, that means the minimum negative number. If you multiply minus 1 with this, it will be a minimum negative number. So this will be the minimum negative number. 2 into 2 minus 2 to the power minus 23 into 2 to the power 188 into minus 1, that means minus this. So this is the minimum negative number you can represent it. And that this is the maximum negative number, because 2 to the power minus 127. Here I put minus here. So it will be minus 2 to the power 127. So this region is okay. If your system generates the numbers between these regions, there will be no overflow or underflow. But if your system generates the number which falls in this region, it will be a negative overflow, already written. And if it falls in this region, it will be a negative underflow. So this is the overflow and underflow of a system. In modern circuit generation, scientist has to look whether the system is generating overflow or underflow. Remember, 1 bit overflow or underflow may be very fatal for your system, because the whole result, if one result is different, the whole system of the result will be different, because there will be error. That is called the flow of errors. Clear? So we have to look for the overflow underflow system. So today we learned about the Boost multiplication, how to do Boost multiplication. In the gist, I can tell you that Boost multiplication is used for multiplying two sign bit numbers, and here we saw how to find out the result using Boost multiplication, and then we go for the underflow and overflow of a number. What is underflow and what is overflow? And if I use IEEE 754, what is the maximum number and what is the minimum number we can represent in the system? Clear? So